What is your take?
Yes, of course. You cannot take it away from how Asari Dokunbo himself began his agitation from on time when he was, deeply involved on the restoration and of Biafra, and the position that he was put in place as at that time was something but in between along the line he fell out. That does not mean that he is not an Igbo man, even though he's being geographically zoned to the south as they put it that way. But he knows in the true identity of where he belongs, and there is a reconcilable, issue when it matters most, where it has become that upon to your tent only Israel. You see the other angle of these people, the Hausas and the North and Yorubas are seen as enemies of Biafra. They are not really enemies of Biafra, but in existence and the way it is structured now, I can tell you in honest truth that he knows who he is and he knows what we want at the end of the day. He might have been surprised at the level of resistance coming from Nnamdi and Simon Eba to put Biafran quest on the global map, and get the international solidarity to it, and also Asari Dokunbo might also not be too comfortable having sensed that he is not being deeply recognized by Bola Ahmed Tinubu's government. That must also fuel his response to issues as it stands on national matter now.
Okay, concerning the Northern Coalition that said anyone who talk about the release of Nnamdi Kanu should be arrested or charged a terrorist.
What is the genesis, the story, and the beginning of terrorism in Nigeria? It actually started from the north. If that's what we're going to look at it it started from the north. It started from the north. Terrorists started from the north. Terrorism started from the north. The first terrorist organization, was bred in the north. So the Northerners themselves are terrorists. In response to resistance of the spreading agenda of terrorism, gave birth to the likes of Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa. So who is going to call? Who is in a position to mention? Even in the global world, if you look at the map as it stands now, you know that if you ask anybody anywhere around the world, he will tell you that these things are significant in the north. As simple as that. So who is the real terrorist? That's the question. I'll leave for our viewers to respond to that. What we are seeking for in an atmosphere of political and geographical defense of the spread that is coming from the north, and that is what we stand for. It's left for the Tinubu's administration to do the biding. If you feel that he can dance to Northerners tune, it's okay. If you feel that he can do the needful, it's okay. If you feel that you cannot to face the embarrassment like has happened to Christopher Musa, it's still okay. That's the way to go. As simple as that.
So it seems like Nnamdi Kanu have this soft spot in you. I can see that every time you always smile.
It's not a matter of having soft spot. This soft spot is the reality. And what is the reality? Is what Nnamdi Kanu talking about doesn't make sense. That's the fact. Is he being celebrated? Yes. Even by Yoruba celebrated his outing in the last court appearance. People celebrated him. It's not only the Igbo that is celebrating Nnamdi Kanu. He has become the face of new Pan-Africa struggle.
So are you bothered about him being as a what's it called, bait for 2027 election? Which some people are saying that it might be used to, setting a score for coming election.
I don't think so because of what benefit of what would the person want to achieve with using Nnamdi Kanu as a bet, either for winning or losing election, does not make any meaning. What matters most in this issue is what is the law talking about. Did the law state something like this? Is the law going towards this direction? Is the law making so and so impact? What is the decision of the law at the moment? That's the way to go. It's as simple as that. And we must understand that that is what it is, and that is what it means, and that's what it's supposed to be, anytime, any day. And at that level, there's no how you are going to use emotional decision to justify the constitution of Nigeria. You cannot do that. That's the fact. The constitution is expected to take place the way it's supposed to take place. As simple as that. God bless you.
Okay.